Well, after 5 long months at home, it's the final weekend for most or many children this weekend before the big return to school on Monday the 24th. But are schools ready? We're at Portrush Primary this morning to find out. Carmen Guy, principal here at Portrush Primary School. A lot of homeschooling has been going on for some 5 months now. How good does it feel to be back, ready and waiting for the youngsters?
We're excited, Dennis, thank you. We're excited to be back. We don't really know what lies ahead in the coming weeks and months. Executives making new decisions as we go along. But teachers have been in all week preparing. We can't ask any more out of them. They're ready to go. We're very excited to see the kids back. We've had some P1 children in to meet their teacher this week. And school is a much different place with kids in it.
And schools in effect have sat for, I think I said 5 months, almost 6 months. How ready is this building to accommodate a few hundred screaming happy children, hopefully happy children on Monday morning?
Yeah, well, we're ready to have kids back under the guidelines that have been given. Now those guidelines are different and everybody knows there's contradictions there between the guidelines for school and the guidelines for society, but we're ready and we can meet the guidelines that are there in place. We've taken different measures. And it won't be as normal as usual, but very much our goal in school is to make it as close to normal as we can for children.
And of course, from your website and Facebook page, we've seen the document that can be there, can be downloaded by parents and youngsters, preparing them for coming back to school. But what could mums and dads maybe be doing this weekend to get those youngsters ready for Monday morning?
I think just to reassure the children that school will be very close to normal. We may have the odd little tweak in place. There may be a one-way system. There'll be regular washing of hands. The first week that they're in school is only half days, and we'll be very much focusing on the children's own personal health, mental well-being. So you can reassure them that it's going to be a nice, easy introduction back into school, and very much their concerns will be aired and voiced. But we want to also be aware that children have had coronavirus in their ears for 5-6 months now. And we want to try and get school back to some sense of normality as close as we can, and allay in all the children's fears. And if parents can this weekend just keep them close, reassure them, they're going to have angst. They've been out of school now for, well, they've missed 3 months of school. They're going to have an angst about returning to school. Just to reassure them that the teachers are here, they can't wait to see them, and we will try and keep things as normal as we possibly can.
And of course, it goes without saying that any headmaster will be asked by parents, how sure can you be that the youngsters will be as safe as possible back in school?
Yeah, we really want to reassure parents that with the guidelines that are issued, we can't guarantee that they're any more safe than anywhere else in society. That's the reality. We do know this virus is out there. We're learning to live with it. I think we need school. We need schools open. We need kids back. The kids have to have this safe place. And yet we have to live with this thing. There will be a school somewhere will have an outbreak. I'm quite sure of it because that's the nature of the disease. But the measures are there in place to counteract that. It's up to parents to judge if the guidance is enough. We certainly would have concerns about just the wider guidance. Is it enough? Is it detailed enough? On a personal level, I still am a little bit balked that 5 months, 6 months down the line of fighting this disease, the number one counteract is wash your hands. And that's still what the guidance is, very much wash your hands, and that'll be in place regular times throughout the day. But yeah, we have to get schools back in. The kids need us.
So in brief then, Mr. Guy, you're saying that the message is come back to school on Monday and we're going to make this as normal a place for youngsters as we can.
100%. We want to have, school neutralises an awful lot of life for kids. It brings them back into a common area with a common purpose, and we want that back for kids. Kids need that normality and routine, and we will be focusing on their mental health and so on, but also trying to, get kids back into a little bit of normality and away from the C word and back to that normality.
And finally, what about the staff? To what extent are staff looking forward to coming back?
This is what our staff do. The home learning, I can't fault my staff. Our staff bent over backwards to do what they could to support home learning, but it doesn't beat being in a classroom. And the staff have bent over backwards. They're ready. They're raring to go. And we're looking forward to Monday.
I think we'll put you on the spot just for the final question. Give us an assurance there'll be no homework on Monday evening.
There is no homework whatsoever for the first week. None at all.
Okay. Mr. Guy, thank you very much indeed.
Okay, thank you, Des.
So the return to school is just around the corner, and while no one says it's as easy as ABC, there can be no doubt that Portrush Primary, along with your child's school, will have gone to quite extraordinary lengths to make sure that children are safe in school. I'm Denis McNeill, out and about on the Causeway Coast.